I guess I'm live. Welcome, everybody. Probably should have been prepared when I hit the start button. Anyhow, it has been a long time since I have made a what sold video for eBay. And there's a reason for that. In fact, I was just looking at my channel. The last video I made was in July. Um, and some things changed in July in my life. I started I changed positions at my employer, and as a result, I became very, very lackadaisical with listing. In fact, I would say I probably went in a period of 90 days. I don't know if we listed more than 50 to 100 items, and that's being like super generous. Um, we kept buying. We got piles of stuff to list. It was garage sale season after all. So yeah, we've been very lax on listing up except for maybe the last 30 days. We've been getting back into it. So there's a price to be paid. There's a consequence to that. Activity begets activity on eBay. So there's no secret to being successful on eBay. The secret is if well, I just said there is no secret, and I'm about to tell you the secret. No, there's no secret to being successful at eBay. It's work, it's listing, and we haven't been doing it, and we really paid the price for it. My last video in July, um, I don't remember how many sales we had, but we were darn near at $2,000 for the month. I couldn't get my August and September numbers because I couldn't get the sales history to go back far enough to total those up. So I'm at October right now. So this is for the month of October. And I can tell you that my hunch is that if I could run the numbers, that August and September weren't a whole lot different than this. So my October sales this month were $550.74. That's 25 total sales, so not even one a day for the month, which is horrible. And we averaged $22.03 per item, which again, the goal is to be over $20 per item, and it seems like that has been one thing that's remained consistent. So I'm going to show you what we sold. I'm going to hit the old screen share button here, and we'll get the little infinity screen going on there, and I'm going to show you what it is that sold over the month of October. So give me a minute to scroll down and find October. There we go. All right. October 1st. This was a cool sale. I got a whole lot of these vintage Sesame Street toys. They're like a World of Gorham. It's almost like a plaster of some kind, but it's much heavier, and then it has like an enamel over it. These figurines are about 6 to 7 inches tall. Each one is selling on average for about $10 a piece, but I got the lot. I got a lot of about 10 of them for $15. So this piece was maybe a dollar and a quarter, a dollar and a half, something like that. Records, guys, here's a pretty cool one. A soundtrack of cop show themes. Henry Mancini's cop show themes. This sold for $10.99. Kind of a cool sale. I loved the cover. I bought it because that is really cool cover art, the little 38 special there. Another record, U2, The Unforgettable Fire, 12-inch record. And I think this is actually I thought maybe it's a single, but it isn't. Oh wait, no, it is. It is a single. It's a 45, a 12-inch 45. That sold for $6.99. That is probably the lowest priced U2 record I've ever sold. Yarn. My wife is a yarn hoarder, and you can see what we paid for those, $129. My wife's a knitter, and she has gone over the top with the amount of uh, yarn that we have in just waiting for a project. So this sold for $10.99 for the lot. So pretty much broke even on it. Maybe made a couple of dollars. Journey Escape, $13.99. Again, iconic album art with Journey. Not like Iron Maiden iconic or anything, but still very cool. This has got to be the 5th or 6th copy of the Grease soundtrack that we've sold. I buy them every time I see them, guys. 17 to 24 bucks is what they go for. This one I think had a few condition issues with the dust cover. You can see the corners kind of banged up there a little bit. Here's how you sell records, guys. And I know I've done this before, but most people who sell records are just flat out lazy and they don't take enough pictures. I take a picture of every corner, the gatefold if it has one, which is like the fold open booklet style record. And I sell a ton of records, as you know. Women's Eddie Bauer blouse, I guess, button down, sold for $10. We got that for $1 at a garage sale. John Denver's greatest hits. I may have paid less than $1 for this one. I love John Denver. And he sells okay. The problem is there's a lot of John Denver records. There's an abundance of John Denver records out there. So I don't know if there's such a thing as a rare John Denver record. I shouldn't have shown you this one because the person backed out of this sale. That's why it is not highlighted. Homeschool books. We love them. We sell them. This one went for $55. This is Algebra 1 and 2 by Saxon Math. Did I mention we like homeschool books? Here's a spelling book that sold for $6. Oftentimes we get homeschool books for almost nothing. Video games, guys. Video games. This is a PSP, which is the PlayStation Personal, a little handheld one. Maverick Hunter, Mega Man Maverick Hunter. Sold for almost $13. More yarn. More yarn. $7.99. Again, the yarn stuff, we made a couple of dollars, but it's not like our super profitable thing because we didn't buy it like that. So another PSP game, Assassin's Creed, $12.99. PSP games I usually get for like $1, maybe $2 at the most if they scan good. Now this was a cool record. Amazing Spider-Man from 1972. This one had like a comic book gatefold inside. Very cool. It's like a story style record. Doctor Strange on there. Vulture. All that cool stuff that sold for $25. I got that for $1 from the same sale that we got the Transformers from. If you remember the Transformers that made me giddy as a schoolgirl. Here's another Mother's Day plate, guys. Months and months, either before or after Mother's Day, depending on how you look at it. But these plates are still selling. We did get the Valentine's Day ones listed that I talked about in my last video. But again, $8. We got those for, I think we bought, I can't even, you know what, I think I figure we paid about $1 a piece for them, but we got a whole pile of them. Here's some Timberlands that did sell. The 6-inch waterproof boots. These came from the warehouse sale where I work for Foot Locker, employees only. And I paid $10 for those. They went for 80 bucks. Good looking boots. When I'm photographing shoes, I'm trying to get every angle possible. Get the soles, get the insides, get the logos, all that good stuff. So pretty good return on investment with that one. ABBA. Again, it doesn't sell super awesome, but it does sell. $15.99 for that one. I know there's no way I paid more than $1 for it. It might have even been less because ABBA's a record I wouldn't normally look at unless it was really cheap like that. Violent Femmes, I paid $1 for this one. Violent Femmes 3, that's the stuff I grew up with. Grew up on the Femmes. Again, pictures, pictures, pictures. You cannot take enough pictures of records. Use all 12 of them. See, I'm noting all the condition issues. I have videos about this stuff, so I'm going to stop preaching that. The Eagles Desperado sold for $15.99. Nothing to complain about there. I loved this sale, but it made me sad. These lamps, I got these at a flea market, believe it or not. And I paid 20 bucks for them. And we had them in the house, original shades, which of course is super important. And we sold these. We did have these $250 or best offer. We had them listed for almost a year, and they sold to someone in Arizona for 125 bucks. And we were happy to take that offer. My wife hated those. We had them. See, we were using them in our house. We were using them in the house. So we got these bars of soap at a garage sale. And it's funny, the people at this garage sale, it was one of those where it's like, oh, they're selling like Coach purses for $40, and they had clothes that were they had like jeans listed out for $25, brands I've never heard of, but obviously very high-end, high-quality stuff. This was literally the only thing we could afford. They had these 2 bars of soap for $1, 50 cents a piece. We sold them for 10 bucks. So that's kind of cool. One is a hoppy mint, the other one is an IPA. So kind of cool. Another record, Dead or Alive, Brand New Lover. $9, so nothing to complain about there. Paid $1 for it. I got it from a record store. I remember buying this one at a record store in Green Bay from the bargain bin. If you have a record store in your community, go through their bargain bins. Go through their dollar bins. There's gold in them hills. It's not always, $20 or $30 records, although I have found like import stuff, like German, weird stuff that is definitely worth a look. This amp, actually, I didn't count this in our numbers, this MTX Thunder, because it was burned out and ended up getting returned. So, another record, a 45, Madonna, Open Your Heart, from 1986. Paid less than $1 for it. Got $6 for it. That was still from that lot of 45s that we bought almost a year ago now, experimenting. These mugs have been the bane of my existence. Coffee mugs, you guys. When I started, everybody on eBay or everyone on YouTube was talking about coffee mugs. They sell easy. They sell for good profit. You get them cheap. They're everywhere. We don't sell mugs for crap. And I have a ton of them hanging on the wall to my left here. These ones, I got them as a pair about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, I was brand new on eBay when I got these things. I'm like, Harley Davidson and coffee mugs. Oh, these will sell great. Well, I got $39.95 for them, so I'm not complaining. But Yeah, those mugs are lucky they didn't end up in the trash. These shoes, someone backed out of that sale. They made an offer and didn't follow through on it and pay. So those are relisted. More yarn. These ones we actually did make good money on because this was a style or something that was discontinued. And just seeing the picture here of the labels. So but yeah, those colors were discontinued or something. So we got $16.99 for those, and we probably only have about $1 in each skein. Rycooter Crossroads. This is the soundtrack from the Ralph Macchio movie where he was cutting heads with the devil. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, that one sold for $17.99, paid a buck. No, you know what? We got that from a garage sale. They were selling records for 10 cents a piece, and we got a bunch of records out of that one from a garage sale last spring. And last but not least, another record. Shocker, I know, shocker. But Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young sold for $10.99. Might have gone for more, but it did have some ring wear on the cover. That's what the white circle is around there. So that's why it didn't get quite as much as it would have in better condition. Of course, condition is everything. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what sold in our eBay store. Thank you for your patience. I know I have not been faithfully uploading. You can join us on Facebook. If you go join our Facebook group, it's called The Potter's Pickers. I invite you. I would like to have more robust conversation over there. You can share your what sold videos, share tips, share ask questions. We have about 180 members, something like that. So and we have a combination of resellers and buyers in there too. So yeah, go and join the conversation over there. And with that, I'm going to end this broadcast. Thanks for watching. And hopefully in a day or two, I'm going to have my November sales up, and then I'm going to promptly try to have our December sales up for the new year. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day.